the one you love to hate. Andrew Anderson, spitting truth that just can't wait. Got a podcast, like a punch right to your face. College sports villain, taking it over the place. I'll bring the facts whether you like it or not. Dropping truth bombs, giving it all I got. They call me a villain, well, I wear that badge with pride. Nothing but secrets they try to hide. Hard rock in my veins, rebellious to the core. I won't back down, won't take it anymore. The bad guy of the podcast world, that's me. Unleashing the truth, setting it all free. Unleashing the truth.
Hey, welcome to College Sports Villains. I gotta say though, my name's not Andrew. That song talks about Andrew, right? But I'm not Andrew. I'm Vandy Chris. Andrew actually asked me to take over the show tonight. He's got some other things he's working on and doing with his better half, Emily. So we're going to have a little bit different feel tonight. Here lately, we've been going food heavy. We still have food on the show tonight. We're also going to have some FAFOs tonight. We got about 3 of those we're going to share. But we're going to have a little bit more sports than we have the last few weeks. And without further ado, let me bring on our first guest, Mr. JT. Wrong one. They all look alike. Just a second here. I have no idea what's going on here. It's not letting me change anything. So I'll just bring him on anyway. His music's not playing. I don't know what's going on.
I don't need music, man. How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Not too bad, man. Not too bad. We're 3 weeks after this week, man. The season's going fast in college football. Fast, man.
It is. It is. I don't understand what's going on with these videos. Something has changed here, and it's not working right. I can't even find... Well, there's Terry's video right there. So how you been doing, JT? It's been a minute.
Yeah, I've been doing all right, man. Busy. Sports 50, been doing well. It's www.sports50.com. Articles, podcasts, books. We just announced that we're going to have an NFL draft party in April locally here in Pittsburgh. We're going to have a private party, 75 people. Going to talk about each draft pick and stuff. So it's going, man. Great advertisers. I wish I could do this full time. It's a second job right now, but hopefully one I'm about to pull it into a regular job and go from there. But how you guys been doing? I've been catching some of the podcasts. I've been wanting to get on the Golden Broom. I love baseball, football, I love it all. So been watching you guys though from a distance. The Hawkeye one. It's a lot of good stuff going on, man.
There is. For me, I'm sure you've heard me tell it. I had my surgery. Haven't visited with you since then.
That's right.
Recovery's been going fantastic. I'm pleased with the results.
Oh, that's
if
awesome.
I had to do it over again, and I was guaranteed these results, I'd do it 100% on a moment's notice. Once
great.
Again, I mean, the results have been fantastic. But it's not just me and you on here tonight, right? We got a third person coming on.
Uh-oh.
And you actually inspired both of us tonight, right? So you came on with your Pittsburgh Penguins. So he decided he needed to do something. And I said, oh, no, you guys ain't doing that. I went and got mine, too. So without further ado, let's welcome this guy. Yep, that was the wrong video, too. There's several of them over here that look alike, but it's not letting me scroll through them to get to the right one. I don't know what's going on here.
Ah,
So, Terry,
What is going on? Yeah, JT leading by example today with the jersey. I'm like,
absolutely.
you know what? You could wear so many jerseys, but it's always special for me, like to just throw on a hockey jersey. Just something about that. The
hockey.
aura feels different than
It does.
It
any other
does.
jersey.
Love
Uh,
hockey, man.
I have no idea what's going on with these videos over here, but I can't even get to my FAFO videos over here. I don't know what's going on with them. That's
Oh,
crazy. That is absolutely crazy.
How you like the throwback though?
oh, I
That
love
is
it, man.
nice.
Love
That's
the old
nice.
school Kings, man.
See, when I think of the LA Kings, I think of black and white, right?
Yeah,
That's different.
yeah. This is their '80s.
That's Bernie
Hey.
Nichols and Dave Taylor, and
Marcel
Okay.
Dion,
yeah, I
Rogie
love that, man.
Vachon.
That's what I grew up. I mean, I was born in '74, so I got to see the purple and the gold.
Yeah,
Okay.
and
And
I
I
still have
never.
their '60s ones too, with where it's just one solid color with the stripe.
Okay.
I got
Okay.
the home and away for that one.
See, I never knew that about the Kings. I didn't get involved in hockey until Nashville got the Predators, so
Yeah,
I missed out on all that.
it's kind of well. I got to update some of the older stuff,
I got you.
and I actually have an old pennant. Let me see if I can angle this damn monitor around here. Yeah, yeah. That old pennant by the bed.
Okay.
That's the
I
logo
see
you're
it.
thinking of.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
the black and silver.
Yeah. I even have the purple and black.
That's
Terry.
the Gretzky and Robitaille, and
I have Gretzky, I have Robitaille, I have Yuri Curry,
man,
Dave Taylor, got Jonathan Quick. But the majority of my jerseys don't even have the letter yet because I'm still waiting to find one to get McSorley. But to do that, I think I got to go to the Staples Center to have them do the lettering in house and send it to my address.
Okay.
I did make one for my dad a long time ago. I surprised him. So he's a big fan of Goons. Now, one of his favorites Goons that he liked watching, and he was even more excited when he got him on the Kings was Stu Grimson.
the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, so I have him. He has like the purple, like kind of like the flag right there behind me.
Yeah.
He has that logo for the Stu Grimson jersey.
That's sweet.
So we got to talk about your setup though, right? Because when you panned around to your pennant,
Yeah. Was it on the
Sure.
opposite side or what?
why haven't you made your bed? You're prior military. You're supposed to do that
That's
first
the
thing
guest.
in the
I'm in
morning.
the guest room. My parents just came in time for washing the sheets.
Okay, you get that excuse since it's the parents, right?
You think my wife's gonna let me decorate the master bedroom like this?
I mean,
That's
I
true.
would.
I'm in my man cave. That's why you see a bunch of just pictures and helmets and crap behind me, man. I live here. My wife doesn't see me more than twice a week, so this is it.
Twice a week, huh?
Basically, I'm in this room writing and watching sports. That's all I do, man. That's why sports is great. Sports
I
and
feel you.
beer. Sports
I
and
feel
beer.
you.
Those hockey gloves, though, I had those since I was like 13, so we're looking at 29 years. Those
Oh, geez.
Eastons that were hanging on the wall.
Yeah.
Am I the elder statesman in this room right now?
I don't think you are.
I'm 51.
I was born in '68. I'm 57.
Okay. I feel a little bit better then. I thought I was the old one.
Yeah, you can't order on the back of the Denny's menu just yet. You got 4 more years.
I got a
So-
4-year-old granddaughter, so I feel old. No matter.
So since I can't get to any of these videos over here, and I don't know why, I mean, they all just disappeared.
It's one of my
Um,
cherished collections.
Don
Oh,
Cherry.
Don Cherry. Okay.
Even comes with the dog.
Is that a McFarlane?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, they're
in their hockey legend lineup. I got Bobby Orr. I got 3 Gretzky.
I'm
Pronounce his name from the Canadians. Frank Mahalovich from Toronto. Marcel Dion from the Kings. And the Hanson brothers from Slapshot.
Damn, man, your wife just lets you buy whatever you want. It's nice.
A lot of these I bought before I met her,
Okay.
but there is a lot she let me buy while we've been together. So she lets me be me, and that's why she's the best.
That's the way it is, man.
Like they say, they're not supposed to take away from you; they're supposed to add to you.
It's true. Definitely true.
Trying to get some help over here real quick. I'm not sure if he can come, but I'm asking for somebody to jump in here and see what they can do about these videos.
Did you were they down below with like where our pictures are, and they just deleted from down there, or were they on the right?
They were over on the right under the media assets, and
okay.
all of the overlays and videos and everything have disappeared. I don't know where they went.
Oh, that's weird.
That's the craziest thing I've ever seen. But we do have some topics we can go over real quick.
Oh, definitely.
Since we've been leaning heavily on food for the last several weeks, how about we start off with one of our food topics? We all know how this works. You got to pick one per row.
Ooh.
So,
this is an off the wall
JT,
one.
we'll let you go first.
A little off the wall here. That first row, I'm going bacon scallops. Man, I don't eat scallops very often, but when I do, I always say, man, I got to eat more scallops. So I'm going to go bacon scallop. And I know right off the bat, Andrew's probably going, that's crazy talk because he don't eat bacon.
But I love scallops.
I love scallops. Second row, I'm going to go steak. Always a good steak, man. Pork chop's a close second, but I'm going to go steak there. Third one, I'm a sucker for anything lime, so I'm going to go key lime pie. That's the three I'm going to go with.
Okay. Those are not bad choices. What do you got, Terry?
I too also have bacon scallops, and I'm gonna continue. Well, not the trend. I mean, I love steak, but it's not often I get lobster. And every time I do, I don't think I've ever had a bad lobster yet. So I'm gonna go with lobster. And the bottom one, I think to complement the flavor of the bacon scallop and lobster, I'm gonna probably go with the key lime pie. Just that little tanginess.
Yeah.
Oh my. I don't know what to say about all that. I'm a little, I was born and raised in the Midwest, transferred to southern Middle Tennessee, so I got a flavor for a lot of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
On that top row, I don't think it's any question. I'm going with that baked potato. Load it down with some butter and sour cream and cheese and bacon bits, and you can't beat that baked potato. Down here on the bottom, I'm a good old-fashioned red meat eating, red-blooded American. Give me that fat, juicy steak right there, cooked medium or medium rare. And to top it off with my dessert, this is where you get the southern taste. Give me that bread pudding.
Not bad choices either. I mean, I'm not a big dessert guy, being honest, but when I do eat dessert, like I usually go with like the fruity stuff, like cheesecake, or I know Andrew don't like cheesecake either. I'm about to just piss Andrew off tonight, so I'm gonna go with everything that he won't eat. but I like key lime pie. But I've always liked a good bread pudding. I don't eat that very often either. Lobster, I've never had lobster, if you believe that. Like I love seafood. Okay. I've never tried it though. I'm not big on crab legs, so I never really tried lobster. So I ain't saying it's bad. Is it more like a fish taste, Terry? Is it like what would you compare lobster to if it was something else?
I say it's probably like a stronger tasting scallop, like a little firmer.
I love scallops.
And it has a stronger taste. I mean, if you were to try a crab, shrimp, and lobster, you try those three things, you're gonna see the three distinct tastes in between them, be able to tell them apart. That's the beauty of seafood like that.
Mm.
But to me, lobster, it's like a firmer scallop, if that makes, because scallops are usually, I like to get scallops at the hibachi grills.
Oh yeah, they're phenomenal,
and
man.
steak and scallop and everything, but they're very soft. Now, lobster to me is like more firmer, but to me, I would say their flavor is pretty close to a scallop.
Okay, I have to try it then. 'Cause
Okay.
I love scallops, man. Like I'm more on the scallopy side of seafood than like the crazy fish stuff people eat. Like, you know,
Melt lemon butter and then just pour it on after it's done cooking. Like usually people just put in a pot of water, let it boil, and then they'll add like the butter and lemon juice on it.
does lobster got to be broken up like crab legs? You have to break it, or can you eat it like a piece of chicken?
It's not as hard to break up like a crab leg. It seems like crab leg is like you're trying to defuse a bomb. It seems like in comparison.
He says you're absolutely wrong, Terry.
On which part? The cracking
said-
open or what?
He said none of what you said is about scallops is true.
Why does he not like scallops?
He
I don't know.
does say scallops are better than lobster.
Well, he's asking about the flavor. What's it closest to? And scallop and lobster to me taste fairly. Yeah, I mean, scallop and shrimp don't taste like.
Okay.
But I can't trust a guy who doesn't like cheesecake. So
Okay,
Oh.
JT. Well, you know how we play this game.
Oh
right?
yeah, definitely. Got to knock one off now.
Now we got to knock one off.
I'm gonna knock off bread because I love baked potato. I can't give up potatoes. I can give up bread. I've given up bread doing the Atkins diet, and I had to give up
Okay.
potatoes. And the potatoes is what killed me, not the bread. Definitely got to get rid of the lobster. I just never tried it. So I love pork chops, and I'm gonna get rid of that molten lava cake. And I think that's Andrew gonna get pissed about that too. But I'm not real big
Oh,
on.
my.
I'm not real big on chocolate stuff, man. So the bread pudding looks good.
Okay, well, we see Andrew in here watching. He may jump in here a second if he look at his Facebook messages.
we piss him off enough, he will.
Right? But what do you say, Terry?
Well, I don't know why bread is even in the same category as baked potato and scallop. To me, that's something you bring ahead of time, like you do at Olive Garden or Outback, before you even decide your sides. So bread's got to go. I can't have surf and turf with the pork chop, so I'm getting rid of the pork chop. I'm keeping the steak and lobster.
Okay.
This one might surprise some people. Now, I haven't had it as often, but every time I've had it, I've always loved it. So if I'm going to keep one between the last two, besides key lime pie, I'm keeping bread pudding. So I'm getting rid of molten lava cake. And here comes that.
Goodness.
Watch.
I agree with you, man. I agree with you.
Goodness. He may just come in here just to say that's crazy talk about
It's
the
like, I
molten
can't
lava
leave you
cake."
guys alone for 20 minutes.
Right?
Chris, please tell me the next food slide is 9 different yogurts. We'll go from there. Man. That'd be
Cheesecakes.
great.
mean-
Oh, it'd be great.
How do you like your bacon cooked?
What do you
So-
get rid of, Chris?
I'm with Terry on this top row. The bread.
Yeah, it's
Why is it on here? It's getting dumped. I'm keeping the scallops.
we all agree with that. Bread's gone.
On the second row, I said it on the first go round. I'm a red-blooded American male. Give me that pork chop. I don't like them done crispy, but I like them done, but not overdone. They still have to have plenty of juice in there, right? So, process of elimination. I'm getting rid of the lobster, and I think I'm going to make Andrew proud on this. Because if you make me choose between key lime pie and molten lava cake, I'm taking that lava cake all day long. Key lime pie can go rest somewhere else and save it for another day. So I'm dumping the bread, the lobster, and the key lime pie.
I thought one of the shows says he liked key lime pie. It's just cheesecake that he hates.
Here, I've been working on my Andrew. Hey, I kick some. That key lime pie, I'll kick some rocks. Kick some rocks. Kick some rocks. That's what he'll do.
It's like that bread looks like straight ass.
We love you, Andrew.
Right?
Kick some rocks, man. Kick
I hope
some
he has a
rocks.
Blackhawks jersey if he's going to join in.
His Bedard.
He did message me and say he is almost home. So that is a possibility yet.
He has a Connor Bedard jersey signed by what was the guy that was supposed to be having affairs with his wife, Corey Perry. It's signed by Corey Perry. That's awesome.
Him and I actually share the same birthday, Connor Bedard and I.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
Well, he was born July 17, 2005, and I could tell you exactly where I was. I was in Balad, Iraq when that
That's
happened.
pretty cool, man.
So he came on the scene when Sidney Crosby got drafted to the Penguins.
Well, Sidney
Okay.
Crosby right now is playing on the first line with a guy that was not born until 2 years into Sidney Crosby's career. That's crazy. That Ben Kendall is 18 years old, and Crosby played 2 seasons in the NHL before the guy was even born. And I still consider Crosby a kid, which makes me just feel like I'm 80 years old right now, man.
Could we acknowledge the fact that former Penguin great, and it seems like he's still ticking pretty good and he's beating Father Time, Jaromir Jagr, though he's not in the NHL, he hasn't been in the NHL for a few years now, but he's been playing over in Europe. He's starting his 38th professional hockey season.
Jesus Christ.
He said this is
retire, old man.
He said this is the last one, but he's still putting up goals. He's still scoring, man. Unbelievable.
Maybe the Preds should go sign his old ass.
Hey, I still say Mario Lemieux on a power play would still get about 30 to 40 points a year. Just put them in the corner and let them feed people on the power play.
Have him stand there like
So-
Ovechkin, just do little one-timers.
Yeah.
So I do have another food one for later.
Okay.
Waiting until Andrew gets in here so he can see what's going on with these media assets due to the video. So I'm going to have to save my FAFO videos for later.
Okay.
But we're going to segue into the hot topic, right? We had some controversy today. The chairman of the College Football Playoff Committee resigned because he had to, because he's no longer an active AD, because he took a leave of absence yesterday, because he's been accused of some things at Baylor. So they have named his replacement. It's Arkansas Athletic Director Hunter Yurachek, and they replaced him on the committee with the Utah Athletic Director, I believe, if I'm correct. Do you think that's going to affect the playoff committee going forward and how they view some of these teams?
Being honest, I'm sort of not saying I'm an outsider on this, but I can't see how it would really affect it if they have a committee, right? So they still have guys that are going to give their opinions, correct? Is it
Yes.
sort of,
Yeah.
I don't think it will. I mean, it might have the final say. If the guy gets to have the final say, it might change what his opinion is on the team, which I wouldn't know. I don't think anybody knows what Arkansas's AD would. If you're thinking, you think it'll give the SEC an advantage?
I think Utah, being one of the teams that's borderline on the edge of getting into the playoffs, picking their athletic director to be on the committee, are we
Conflict of
prepared?
interest.
I think that's a conflict of interest. I could absolutely see him pushing for his team to be in there.
Yeah, but I mean, every year then you would have to not that college football landscape changes a lot, but what if Arkansas does real well in a couple of years? But you're gonna get rid of that. I mean, like it's no matter who you pick, you're gonna have eventually you're gonna have a conflict of interest down the road somewhere. I think as long as the committee is whatchamacallit, they all have their own opinions and it's not weighed a certain way. Like if nobody can weigh, if it's like 6 guys, I don't know what it is. If it's 6 guys and there's 6 votes, I can't see how it could affect if the guy's picking Utah. This is a rough year for Utah, though, being honest, because the Big 12, we talk about it all the time. The Big 12, they just have, dude, the teams in that conference is amazing right now. Like they're just all, I mean, Texas Tech right now, I think is head and shoulders right now, but that whole conference has been
Really good.
oh my god,
Surprisingly.
Arizona State beat Texas Tech. Then Arizona State went out and got waxed. I mean, Kansas State's not a bad team. They're starting to lose games now. It's like besides like West Virginia and a couple of them bottom dwellers like Kansas, that conference is very top to bottom.
I'd
About
actually
as
put
good
them
as
above
anybody.
the ACC.
Oh, it's definitely above the ACC.
Yeah, I think it is. So, while we're on the topic of the college football playoffs, let's talk about this week's rankings. What do you see that you don't think is right?
If anything, the two teams that I don't like really where they're at is I think Virginia and Louisville are both overrated. Overrated, being honest. I mean, um, I understand you get to that certain point, but they just
Mhm.
both lost some bad games in the past week. I mean, Virginia lost to Wake Forest.
Mhm.
Um, Louisville lost to NC State, I believe, and Pitt put 53 on NC State, and I ain't saying Pitt's a great team. Um, that might be it. I think the top of it's pretty good. I mean, I can see the argument. We do a top 25 for Sports Bible, and one of our voters had Alabama number 2 this week, and
Mm.
I see where that comes from. But Indiana's still our number 2 team. It's still they got weighed in at number 2, but that top 5 is pretty good. I'm not a big believer of Ole Miss yet.
Mhm.
Um, this is a big week for Texas, of course. Um, Oklahoma's another team that,
Big week for Texas. Big
yeah,
week for
nope.
Georgia too.
Oh yeah, it's a big game, and at Georgia, um, I like the fact that Iowa's as high as they are. That's a team that I would think that may not get the love. I don't mind them being a spot ahead of Pittsburgh. I think Iowa at home could play anybody in the country tough. That's just how they are at home right now, man. That
See,
Oregon game was phenomenal.
and I think that's why they didn't drop us because they played Oregon so close.
They did. They play that
So,
game at Oregon, they lose by 20 points. So that's the
what
thing.
what's your thoughts on BYU and Utah being 12 and 13?
Yeah, that's another thing.
Because I'm seeing a lot of chatter on the Bird app talking about why is Vanderbilt ahead of Miami.
I can see that. I think Miami's
So
about to go odd.
so my argument is I'm not so sure that's the argument you should be having. I'm wondering why BYU and Utah are ahead of both Vanderbilt and Miami.
I wonder why BYU's ahead of Utah. Being honest, I know they have a little bit.
Because they
just
beat
lost-
them.
They beat them head to head.
Yeah, but still, I think if they play again, Utah's gonna win that game, man. I think BYU looked terrible last week against that was Texas Tech, right? Last week,
Yeah.
they barely can move the ball. I mean, Texas Tech and Texas A&M. I said this on my podcast last week. They're two of the most underrated teams right now. They're just floating around. I mean, they're two teams that are like under the radar. Do I think they can make a run? I still don't think anybody beats Ohio State. Honestly, I mean, I just think Ohio State's they're playing 3 quarters. I mean, their starters are playing. Their starters are well rested, man. They're playing. They haven't played anybody this year besides Texas early in the year. If you think about it, they play Purdue. They play Penn State, which is supposed to be a tough one, but we know what happened to Penn State.
Mhm.
They really haven't played anybody. Like they got Michigan coming up after Rutgers and who's the other one? They have Rutgers and they have 2 really bad teams in the ACC. Then they finish the year with Michigan, so that'll be like their. And I don't think Michigan's a normal Michigan team that we're used to, like a team that.
So, do you think Michigan's been punching above their weight class?
Yeah, I do. I don't. I'm a big Michigan fan. I like Michigan. I hate Penn State, so I rooted for Michigan. But I don't think Michigan's that team right now, man. I think Underwood still hasn't really found his niche yet.
Mhm.
I can see them where they're at,
Hey.
though. I can see them where they're at. In this rankings, I don't think it's a bad ranking for them. But I do get your point, though. I would think Vanderbilt and Miami. If Georgia Tech wins last week, I would have said Georgia Tech too. But I think they should be ahead of BYU and Utah. I think it's a good point.
Okay.
I think Georgia Tech should be a little further back because of losing to an unranked.
Oh,
It was North Carolina State, correct?
I'm not sure who they lost to.
I thought NC State beat
Let me
Beat
find out.
Louisville, but
Let me see.
Georgia Tech lost to somebody pretty bad. Like, I was shocked when I saw
It was North Carolina State.
Okay, so Louisville lost to I get them mixed up. Louisville lost to
Was it
lose to
Virginia
Clemson.
Tech?
Yeah, I think you might be right. No, they beat Va Tech. They lost to California at home.
That's right.
Yeah,
In
Louisville
overtime.
lost to Cal.
Yeah, that's pretty bad, man. I mean, that's
a bad loss.
And California went across the country to play that game. A bad team, and Pitt. And I'm not making excuses for Pitt. Pitt has 2 losses. They lost to West Virginia. Pitt had that game won with like 6 minutes to go. They couldn't run the first down, and they blew the game. That's on them. And they lost to Louisville. They had the game in the fourth quarter. They were beating Louisville in the fourth quarter. So Pitt is that close to being undefeated. I mean, I'm not saying they're a great team, but they're a team that literally they're going to go down a gauntlet right now in their next 3 games. So they're going to make or break their season.
I would actually put Oregon at number 10 and move up Notre Dame and Texas 1 just because of those close games that Oregon had. Now, Iowa, yeah, you can make a case for Iowa. They're definitely a better team, but they who they almost lose to is not Penn State.
Penn State almost beat Indiana, that sort of came out of nowhere, but I think they were playing that one for their coach. They looked like they were just trying anything they could that game. That was a hell of a game.
That was the one I was thinking of. Indiana losing or almost losing to Penn State. So I would probably put A&M above Indiana right there.
I don't know them. It's at Penn State. The fans are still there. There's still 100-some thousand fans. And Penn State on defense, you're going to see it in 2 years in the NFL. That defense from Penn State's loaded with NFL players still.
Yeah, but like if we're going off the now, we're talking about the chaos that Penn State's going through.
Definitely.
Maybe I just put Notre Dame above Oregon.
That's
but I would switch A&M and Indiana.
So
if you take Penn State and Clemson and take their players on their roster right now, they're going to have as many NFL teams. For how bad they're doing, they're loaded with NFL talent, which is crazy to me. It's one of the craziest years I've ever seen like that.
And I hope if we get a good coach, we get some of those transfers.
So one of the arguments I'm seeing on Twitter is, what is Notre Dame's resume? Who have they beat?
They really haven't. They beat Navy.
And a Navy team that they beat by over 30 points that the week before got handled by North Texas.
Yeah.
Who got handled by South Florida
they
by
beat
30.
USC as well.
But
yeah, they beat USC.
In LA. Right?
Is that their signature win?
It is. I mean, honestly, that probably is.
So how about if we add a another person to this, and let's see what they think about it. Welcome, everybody. None other than the founder.
I'm a bad guy, the one you love to hate. Andrew Anderson, spitting truth that just can't wait. Got a podcast, like a punch right to your face. College sports villains, taking it over the place. I'll bring the facts whether you like it or not. Dropping truth bombs, giving it all I got. They call me a villain. Well, I wear that badge with pride. Nothing but secrets they try to hide. Hard rock in my veins, rebellious to the core. I won't back down, won't take it anymore. The bad guy of the podcast world, that's me. Unleashing the truth, setting it all free. Unleashing the truth.
Wait, what's up?
Hey, what's
About
up,
time
man?
you got here, my friend.
Hey man, look, it was the boy's 20th birthday.
Okay, good,
Happy
good.
birthday.
Happy
Happy birthday
man.
to the boy. Here, let me change this. There we go. Now we're in order. The head man at the top.
Andrew, do you have a Blackhawks jersey by chance?
Not a jersey, I don't.
All right,
See it now.
all right guys, let's all pitch and get him one for Christmas.
There you go.
Bobby Hole.
So I sent you a message on Facebook, Andrew, of the graphics that I loaded in here. If you want them.
Yeah, I see them. Looks like there's only one. Well, you haven't used. Have you used the red one yet?
No, I have not. The only one I've used is the playoff one and the one with the scallops and stuff.
Gotcha, because that's already out of here.
Oh, look at that.
Oh.
You're gonna make it hard on us already.
Hey, look, I've been thinking about candy all day. Come here, honey. So, Chris, you know how this game's played?
So, the top row, I'm taking the Reese's. The second row, I'm taking the Sour Patch. And the third row, I get these every week at work. I keep the red ones and the purple ones, separate bags of each. I'm taking the Nerds.
All right. No crazy talk there, JT.
Oh man, I'm gonna go Snickers. I love a good Snickers bar. I'm gonna go Sour Patch and Nerds as well. I love Nerds, and especially them new Nerds that are like them. They're like gummy Nerds, whatever they are. I forget what they call them.
Nerds clusters.
Yeah, clusters. They're unbelievable.
Those are awesome.
They're the most unbelievable thing in the world, man.
Yeah, they're pretty darn good.
Just don't ever get that Skittles drink.
Now that sounds disgusting.
Yeah,
you're-
it does.
Well, Walmart sold them.
I didn't eat them.
It's like my son tried when I tried it. I could feel like the damn freaking sugar crystals scraping on my teeth. It's like they didn't put no damn water in that shit.
Hey, look, Walmart sells yogurt too. I don't eat that shit either.
Yeah.
That's
But they haven't been back since though, so I'm
Andrew,
guessing they were no go.
Andrew, did you hear my Andrew Anderson? I did. I kicked some rocks.
That's right.
I've been working on that, man. I use that now in my daily life. When someone says something, I'm like, I can kick rocks.
That's right.
Right.
Look, that's a polite way to tell somebody to fuck off. So
That is true. I like it. Kick rocks, brother. Kick rocks.
Yeah.
All right, so for my candy bars, I'm gonna take Twix,
Oh, we all go all three of them.
Sour Patch Kids, and let's say Nerds. I mean, especially, have you had that grape slushy from Sonic where they put the Nerds in it?
No.
They
Sounds
have one.
Oh,
They put
yeah.
Nerds candy into. Oh my God, it's
That
great,
sounds
especially in the
amazing,
summertime.
man.
Oh, alrighty. And the answer to the private chat question is yes, Chris. I have all three.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
So
don't know what happened there. It threw me for a loop. I'm like, I'm scrambling, trying to do stuff, and I'm like, I can't do nothing.
it's fine. It happens that way. So, for me, I'm going to be very close to Terry. I'm going Twix. Twix is by far to me the best candy bar on this. Then I'm going with Sour Patch Kids. We'll make that a kind of unanimous type deal because Sour Patch Kids are just delicious. And on the bottom row, man, between Nerds and M&Ms, man, that's so damn close. I think I like Nerds better. I think that's just the way it is. Nerds are just good, man. When I was a kid, you get that big ass box of man. I love them things.
Definitely.
So I'm going with the Nerds. But you know how the game's played. This is where it gets a little difficult for some people.
Yeah, I'm on this top row. I love a Snickers bar, right? It's good. For anybody that's ever had issues with sugar and their sugar bottoms out every once in a while, the best thing you can do is grab a Snickers bar and a cold drink, right? That's fine. I love a Snickers bar. However, I can't really enjoy them because of the peanuts. I can't eat the peanuts. So because of that,
You said peanuts.
because of that, I'm taking the Twix bars. I'm going to have to get rid of the Snickers.
You could do your separating talent like we discussed on the last show with the almond.
On the second row, this is so easy. I'm keeping the Kit Kat. That Butterfinger, it's got a good flavor, but you can't chew that. That orange stuff in the middle, you can't bite into it. It don't chew. It gets stuck in your teeth. What are you supposed to do with it? So I have to dump the Butterfinger on that. On the bottom, I got my fruit with the Nerds. I love a Skittles. I keep some of them at work all the time. But you know what? Give me the chocolate. I'm going to dump the Skittles on this one.
Alrighty. JT.
I'm getting rid of the Twix bar, man. I like Reese's and I like Snickers. Twix, I like it, but it's not the best, man. I don't like it. I like Butterfinger over Kit Kats. I'm getting rid of the Kit Kat. And I love M&Ms. I'll tell you what, man. Peanut M&Ms are so much better than regular M&Ms. Like 10 times better than them. So I'm gonna go with Skittles for that fact. If it was peanut M&Ms, I probably would have picked peanut M&Ms over Nerds. Being honest, that's how much I like the peanut M&Ms. But I'm gonna go Skittles. So I'll get rid of the regular M&Ms. I really never eat regular M&Ms because of that. If I'm going to get M&Ms, I'm getting the peanut M&Ms.
Hey man, peanut M&Ms are so damn good.
Dude, they're unbelievable.
I love them. Terry.
All right, so the top one, I'm probably might get crazy talk for this one, but I'm getting rid of Reese's because I just love Snickers. That'd probably be my second best one on this whole board. Yeah, see, there we go. Middle row, this might get some crazy talk again too.
Crazy
I've never
talk.
really been a fan of Kit Kats as much as other people, so
Neither
I
have I.
love Butterfinger. I've always loved Butterfinger. And to answer Cush's question, you just got to keep licking until that shit gets off your teeth.
Like a dog. Like a dog.
Bottom row, I'm with JT on this one. I'm not a fan of regular M&Ms. I like peanut M&Ms. I like peanut butter M&Ms. I like crispy M&Ms. The regular stuff, I can kick rocks, man. It tastes super ass. But I'm keeping the Skittles.
Oh, he got a better Andrew than I do. Mother effer, man.
So that's a whole lot of crazy talk for now. Now I'm gonna give y'all the correct answer.
All right.
Uh-oh.
I'm just adding my followers real quick. All right. So on the first row, Snickers is by far the low bar candy bar here, man. Like Twix and Reese's are 100 times better than Snickers. I just not a fan. On the second row, I love Butterfinger. Chris has got some. I mean, like I understand why, but it's crazy talk if you're going based on flavor because Butterfingers are fantastic. Kit Kat's got to go here. And on the bottom, I don't even like Skittles, so like they can go. I will take any variation of M&M over Skittles, to be honest with you. The peanut M&Ms are my favorite, but the peanut butter M&Ms are really damn good too. So
Yeah, they are, man.
Yeah.
Do you like the mint M&Ms they put out at Christmas?
Is that chocolate mint? No,
Yes.
I don't think I've had those.
I think I had them. They're like green and white. I think they're green, white, and red, like almost like
Pretty good.
Christmas
Yeah.
I
colors.
like them.
Yeah, they're not
No.
bad.
They're pretty good.
Chase with hot cocoa.
Oh,
Okay.
All
Hadn't
right.
had them that way, but
Well,
So-
don't put them there. Just like art and then drink.
It's time
Separate.
for our first FAFO.
On today's episode of F Around and Find Out, folks, we learned that you can take aromatherapy too far.
I have a lemon lavender candle stuck up my ass.
Ma'am, now you're gonna have to walk into the ER smelling like lemon lavender and regret. Most folks out here just lighting candles to hide the smell of the fart, not trying to preemptively scent them at the source. Probably a Yankee candle, because they're gonna have to yank it out, you know. I've got so many questions that I don't want or need the answers to after that little snippet. But why'd you put it on the internet? Or do you maybe need better friends? Did you send this to someone and then they posted it for you? Anywho's, if and you're not following me, folks, you should be. I'm more of an herbologist than a proctologist, but I am fully aware that it needs a flared base. Bye. Love you.
So Chris chose the FAFOs for this week. Mine are usually more violent.
He sounded like Forrest Gump. I was waiting for him to say Lieutenant Dan. What did it sounded like Forrest Gump, man, the way he was pronouncing his words and the.
He's from Tennessee.
So
I lost it when he did the finger pop in the mouth.
So there's a story my sister told me. She worked like at a ER, but also kind of like in the trauma section. So this guy, she said he was home alone, whatever. His girl wasn't around, so he decided he wants to take it to the next level with satisfying himself, if you catch my drift. So he takes, let's see if I got one here. No.
Oh, God.
Was it a blow-up doll?
A Phillips head.
I hope not.
A Phillips head, but handle in
God.
the backside.
No.
Oh my
And
god!
they said, like, okay, so it got stuck, she said. And he said when he tried to pull it out, I guess when it touched a certain thing back there, the body automatically, it's almost like its own little defense mechanism. It like shuts on itself and almost like, it almost sucked the thing right up.
Oh
So
my
they
god!
had to, they had to get a big ass pair of vice grips because you could like maybe see like half an inch of the Phillips head sticking out of the ass.
Oh my god!
They had to clamp it, pull it out ever so gently to prevent any more bleeding, as if there wasn't enough probably already. But then she said, like she wasn't the one doing it. She was in the back, kind of like calming the guy down. But she said all she heard was the pop, like the finger in the mouth, like we just heard, and you hear the thing dropping on the floor.
Oh my god!
It was about a 9-inch screwdriver.
Yeah.
That is certainly actually surprisingly off topic, but yeah, we're gonna move on from that.
That's definitely an FAFO moment.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe it was kind of similar with the lady with the candle, but
We're gonna play our second FAFO, and then we're gonna go into the next subject. She made a bad decision today.
Oh my gosh!
What are you going to do when she comes at you with a frying pan, right?
Well, apparently, Ninja kicked her.
If that's not the perfect defense, I don't know what is, right?
Hey, look, you're allowed to defend yourself from crazy people.
especially in public like that. You
Yeah.
need witnesses too.
Yeah.
That's
If you're gonna
crazy.
ninja kick a woman like that, yeah, you're gonna need some witnesses. Or else the
Oh,
police are gonna
hey.
be like, "Sure, she did, sir."
I was waiting for him to strike the Shawn Michaels pose afterwards.
That was-
That is great. All right, so we're gonna go on to our next subject. Then we'll do our only commercial. I got a couple more things, man. This is gonna be. I'm glad I was able to get on. Thank you, Chris, for getting it started and all. Family is more important. So this is where. So let's go to our next one, man. I've been. I wanna talk about Pitt because Pitt has 3 of the toughest games of any team in the nation left. And if they win the last 2, they're going to the ACC championship game with the playoff berth on the line. Pitt is the biggest secret in college football right now. I don't think they beat Notre Dame, but I do think they beat Georgia Tech because I think they're frauds, and I think they beat Miami because I think they're frauds. I think Pitt goes 2-3 to finish the season and goes to Charlotte for the ACC championship game with the playoff berth on the line. What say you, Chris?
I think it's very possible for that to happen. If they were to lose one of the last 2 between Miami and Georgia Tech, I think it's more than likely Georgia Tech than it is Miami. We've seen Miami here the last few weeks. Carson Beck has become all of a sudden Mr. Interception instead of Mr. Touchdown like he was the first part of the season. I
Because
don't know
the
what
offensive line isn't blocking for nothing.
it's turned into something very ugly from what we saw early in the season when they had a strong argument to be ranked number one with some of the best wins in football.
I agree.
But it hasn't kept that way. I think Pitt has a very dangerous shot of, even if they lose to Notre Dame and become a 3-loss team, they get into that ACC championship, all bets are off.
It don't matter how many losses you have if you win
If
one
you're
of
a
the
conference
four.
championship, yep.
So and that matters. Pitt has Notre Dame at home. I think Notre Dame's good, but I think Pitt goes into Atlanta and beats Georgia Tech. I do, and I think they beat Miami at home. I think they win 2 out of their last 3. What do you think, JT?
Well, I'm going to be at the Pitt Notre Dame game Saturday, along with College Game Day. I'm actually media credentialed for the game day crew. I'm hoping to talk to McAfee. I think that'd be cool. McAfee and the guys, if I can get back there and get some interviews. But I wish Pitt was playing Notre Dame. I was telling Chris this off the air. I wish Pitt played Notre Dame third. I wish we played them the last game of the year because Narduzzi already said it. I don't know if you heard the quote. Pat Narduzzi said he doesn't care if we lose 116-3 this weekend because the 2 ACC games is all that matters.
Correct.
And I agree with him to a point. But I was telling Chris that Penn State doing so bad this year has opened up the recruiting floodgates, and a couple guys have already slipped the Pitt. Um, this is a big game for Pitt. Could beat Notre Dame. That's a huge recruiting win for Pitt. In this area, I think that would go a long way. But I do think they can win 2 out of 3. I think the Georgia Tech game is not going to be as easy as people think, though, man. I do. I think I know they've been struggling a little bit, but they still got a quarterback who could beat Pitt's aggressiveness. Pitt's aggressive on defense, and Haynes King can make it a rough game, especially at Georgia Tech. Um, I was talking right before you came on. We were talking. Pitt is literally 4 minutes away from being undefeated right now. They had West Virginia won. They blew it like 5 minutes ago. They couldn't get a first down, and the defense couldn't stop West Virginia at the end. And then they had Louisville beat in the fourth quarter. So Pitt's very close to being 9-0. Do I think they're a top 5, top 10 team in the country? No, but they ever since they moved and got the freshman quarterback high school, their offense has been pretty explosive. They scored 53 against NC State. And NC State went to beat you said they beat Georgia Tech.
But I see what you're saying. But that West Virginia game was a fluke, and we all know it. So Pitt has one loss to Louisville, and they shouldn't have that. But you have to take that L because you imploded, right?
Yep.
But the West Virginia game was a mistake. You're looking at a one-loss team in reality that would be ranked about 14 right now. I think they beat Georgia Tech. I think they're better.
I hope they do, man.
I think they're better than Miami, and I think Virginia blows through Duke and Virginia Tech, and I think Pitt, Virginia will be in the ACC championship game, and that's good for the conference not to have Clemson, Miami, or Florida State in it. It really, whether y'all believe it or not, if they want to hold this together with these West Coast teams, it just can't be the same two all the time. There's not enough money in it. So this is best case scenario for ACC, in my opinion.
I mean, 5 years ago, Pitt played Wake Forest. It was awesome. Pitt beat Wake Forest in the ACC championship.
Correct.
So I'll tell you what, I got to figure out a way to get off work because if Pitt goes to Charlotte again, I'm going, man. I gotta be there for that. It's a cool setup in Charlotte for the ACC championship.
Well, if I'm off, I'll come meet you. I'm about an hour and a half from Charlotte here.
I think I'm 6 hours. But I'll tell you what, man. It's a great. They have like they close the streets down. It's like a fan fest kind of thing. I might even buy to do it. I'll tell you what. You let me know if Pitt gets in there and we know it. I'll get you media. We'll go up in the press box, man. I got it last time. I could probably say, hey, I got 2 guys from Sports 5 and just get you up there. But it's a great setup, man. They feed you all that good Southern food, man, like ribs. There's a big buffet of ribs and stuff before the game. I'm like, this is amazing, man. Just phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm all about it. I'm real close to Charlotte. I live in Greenville, South Carolina, which is halfway between Charlotte and Atlanta. I can get to Atlanta in about 2 hours, and Charlotte a little under 2 hours.
Oh yeah, that's a nice drive on them.
Yeah, I hate driving though. But Terry, what do you think about this before we move on?
Well, I mean, I don't have too much input for the two teams. I mean,
This is your conference, Terry.
what's that?
The ACC. What you mean you don't have a lot of input?
We're Big Ten.
Yeah, he's Big Ten.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's
I'm
the
always-
other half.
all I
That's the
can
other
say-
half of West Coast that went to the ACC.
I mean,
Yeah.
they should be.
Cal
in the
went to the ACC. but-
UCLA should be in the ACC.
Eh,
They'd be more competitive.
I was hoping they would have went Big
Yeah.
12. I was hoping all those guys would have went to the Big 12 because a lot of schools are close by me within a few hours drive. I could have seen a lot of the road games.
Well,
But-
UCLA would be a much better fit in the Big 12. If we're
That would be
being
a nice fit.
side, they'd be a great fit there.
If they would have kept Texas and Oklahoma and brought in Oregon, Washington, USC, and UCLA, that would have probably very easily could have made second or third best conference. I think.
Yeah, well, if it and butts were candy and nuts, right? Money talks, and the Big 12 didn't have it.
Yeah.
The Big 10 did, and that's why we
No.
saw the mass exodus. That's why your team went there. Make
Yeah.
no mistake, UCLA went for the money.
Yeah, I mean, sure they all did because it was a slow dying process in the Pac-12. But as far as that game goes, like I said, the only input I have is that I'm excited to see it. I think it's gonna be a fun game to watch.
It is.
I'm pulling for Pitt just to see JT happy and James Head explode.
That's right. James, the Notre Dame guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
yeah, that's gonna be a fun game to watch. Because I mean, as it is, I'm gonna see UCLA be non-bowl eligible again when they play Ohio State in Columbus this weekend. So I got nothing to look forward to as far as that goes. I'll still watch them. It's gonna be more painful than what Indiana did to us, but yeah,
No, it won't. Ohio State doesn't score as many points as Indiana. What Ohio State does well is score about 30, 35 points a game and keep you to less than 10. That's what Ohio State does really well.
They pull their starters in the third quarter. That's why they'll go up. They'll go up and be done, man.
Yes,
So-
they will.
they might put their second and third stringers in the game to begin with, give their starters a rest.
To give you a little bit of hope, Terry, an interesting fact about Ohio State. Did you know that they are ranked 135th out of 136 teams in points per minute in college football?
Really?
That means we're dead last. So thanks for that, Chris. Because
That's
South Carolina's
crazy.
the only team not to cross 380 total yards this season. The only D1 team, and that includes FCS. The only D1 team not to cross 380 total offense this season.
Yikes.
I mean, I'm basically at this point, Chris. I'm just like, I mean, I'm still gonna watch the games. I mean, because who knows when I'm gonna see another miracle like when they beat Penn State. But
It's an
I'm
America.
basically shutting it down, like for any kind of bowl games, even if it's the toilet bowl.
Mhm.
To because I'm looking to see who their next coach is going to be and see what that does for our recruiting and hopefully get this thing back on track eventually.
Hey, look, we're gonna go to a commercial. We're only playing one real quick. But I will tell you, I don't have a whole lot of hope in UCLA snagging a big time coach and becoming competitive with what they're doing out there. They're not pumping money into it. You can tell. There's no doubt about it that like they spent like what a quarter of what the rest of the Big Ten spent. Indiana, Ohio State, and all these teams.
It's because a lot of the donors want to get rid of the athletic director, but the school, what do you call it? Like whatever the position is for like college principal, the dean or whatever or whoever that is. They basically he stands by Martin Jamin, whatever the fuck his name is, but it's fucking trash. Trash.
Well, before we go to commercial, give me one sport that UCLA is competitive in right now. That's the problem. That's not a good athletic.
Baseball would be the closest as far as the
Yeah.
major sports.
Baseball, softball.
Baseball, softball, women's basketball, men's are kind of slowly falling off, and soccer.
I think flip cuppings are pretty good too.
Hey, soccer's not a real sport. Anyway,
World sport.
hey, just because the world approves of it doesn't mean Andrew does. So,
Hey, don't take that away from me. I'm the Southeastern Conference champions, damn it.
yeah, soccer kicked all the rocks. Clemson's the national champion. So, I mean, that makes me sick. Anyway, let's run our only commercial. You're watching Villians the Podcast only on the Villain Media Network.
I'm a bad guy, the one you love to hate. Andrew Anderson, spitting truth that just can't wait. Got a podcast, like a punch right to your face. College sports villain, taking it over the place. I bring the facts whether you like it or not. Dropping truth bombs, giving it all I got. They call me a villain, well, I wear that badge with pride. Nothing but secrets they try to hide. Hard rock in my veins, rebellious to the core. I won't back down, won't take it anymore. The bad guy of the podcast world, that's me. Unleashing the truth, setting it all free. Unleashing the truth.
Welcome back to Villains the Podcast. Real quick question: how many of you, as children, ever decided to chunk rocks at cars?
Chuck Rocks, you said?
Yeah, chunk
So-
rocks at cars.
I'm pretty sure the statute of limitations is worn off. But
Yes.
when I was a child, in my teens, probably 12, 13 years old, I lived about 3/4 of a mile from a railroad track. Well, there was also a river. So we would get down there and we would jump off the railroad bridge into the river, right? Until a train came and then we couldn't play on the bridge. But at one point in time, some kids may or may not have chosen to start throwing rocks at a train that just happened to be carrying rail cars full of brand new cars. And then you always know when a train is slowing down because you can hear the cars bumping into each other, right? So we're sitting there chunking rocks at this train full of cars, and it starts slowing down and eventually stops. Next thing you know, we are surrounded by police, threatened with going to jail for vandalism because we broke several windshields out of new cars on a train that was just flying by us at 70 miles an hour.
They should have covered it.
That's because that is vandalism.
It is.
So they were correct in their assessment of the situation.
So I don't know if
Vandalism,
that counts as throwing
Vanderbilt.
rocks at cars.
So, in these segment of shit that may or may not be true. All right. So, it may or may not be true. 3 kids were hiding in a creek. So the Duncan Road goes over the creek right there, but you can't see down in there. And if you run that way, you go through a tunnel. If you run this way, you go through a tunnel. So there's no way to really catch you unless you get out of the car, jump down, figure out which tunnel you went into or whatever, right? You know, is it true or not that 3 kids busted out a truck window full of angry rednecks that screamed, "I will kill you," as they were running away through tunnels?
I'm going to vote no, it didn't happen.
All right. Carrie.
I'm going to vote yes because although you mentioned before during this segment you're going to start thinking of stories to make up, I don't think you're going to do that right away. I think you're going to get creative with that. So, yes, I'm going to say this happened. I'll say you weren't there. I'll say maybe it was your brother with the Ford Escort.
He did. He did have a Ford Escort.
That's the cars Chris broke when he's throwing rocks at the damn train.
Right. It would have been about 1972. JT. True.
I think it's true, and I have a similar story. I never threw a rock at a car. I'm not saying I was a good kid, but I was at a social club after a baseball game as probably a 13-year-old, 14-year-old, called the Willow Club, and it was nice because it was underneath a street, so you were like, the parking lot was underneath, you could throw rocks up top. We didn't do it. Me and my one buddy were like, no, let's not do it. There's a couple other guys on the team that were up there throwing rocks at cars. We went inside, minded our own business, played darts, whatever we did, and then next thing we know, we see like all these lights come on, man. These cops came flying in. I mean, the kids, they ended up breaking a windshield on a car going down the street. It was bad. So I never did it. I did better stuff than that. I was fun with my shit. I would back then. Chris is my age. He'll probably remember this. You would live in a town where everybody had the same remote control back then. So we would go up to old people's windows and we would turn their TV on at like 2 a.m. and turn the volume up so like they would be scared shitless. I mean, like the 2 o'clock in the morning, their TV just turned on randomly and the volume went up. So that's the kind of stuff I did. I never did like damage, though. But I believe your story's true.
So I have also done that with TV remotes at people's houses. I'm just a little bit younger than y'all. They were all still the same back then too.
Dude, that's the greatest thing in the world to watch 2 people in a living room look at each other like, I was watching the news. Like, why'd you turn the channel? Like you put on like MTV while the 2 old people are watching the news. They'd be like, what the? I mean, I think we freaked a couple people out. They didn't get it at first, and I think they realized kids were walking around the neighborhood with remote controls.
So I didn't do that with the remote controls, but in my early adult days, I had CB radio, right? And I had a little bit of a power box behind my CB radio and an antenna that could hold the power. And I would drive by houses and key my mic up. And when you key your mic up with that kind of power behind it, driving by a house, it interferes with their antenna signal and would bleed through on their TVs. So I'd drive by houses with antennas and just key up my CB mic and start talking and scare people.
So, before I tell you if this is true or not, we used to get on the CB and fuck with truck drivers.
Yeah.
Like, that shit was, because those are some dirty sons of bitches right there, man. They're angry.
They're the dirtiest in the world, man.
we'd be like, what are you doing? He'd be like, who is this? Because it'd be like 2 a.m. Be like, I don't know, man. I'm fucking your wife, and I don't really know what's going on. And the next thing you know, I have your signal. I'm coming to where you are, man. These people are crazy. So the story is not true. The story that is not a true story, because we were not throwing rocks. We were throwing M80s.
Come run.
Oh my gosh, man.
We love you too, Cam. Yeah, we threw M80s, and it was a truck full of angry rednecks, and they were saying things that would lead us to believe if they caught us, we would be deceased. I'll just leave it at that. So if you've never thrown M80s at cars before, congratulations, you're a better person than I am.
There's probably some Vietnam vets in there, you jerk.
Well, I was like 6, so give me a break. Didn't even know about Vietnam at that point. Especially didn't know about PTSD. But
Right.
the one thing I didn't do was like run up on old people and try to scare them to death at 2 a.m. with volume.
Yeah, we did that, man. Definitely. That and kids nowadays don't know how great we had it with crank calls. There was no way.
Yes.
Yes.
Crank calls were the best back then. I called the same Kogos or 7-Eleven every day for about a year straight and asked them if they had I'd make up flavors of Hubba Bubba or Bubblicious, and they'd be like, I'm like, do you have like this flavor of Hubba Bubba? And the guy'd be like, dude, I asked this last night. I mean, it was nonstop, man. Like I was like 10 years old. I didn't care. We just call and prank people all the time, man.
All the time.
Man, I made so many crank calls, man. I will tell you, JD has been on the show, so I will need permission from him before I tell y'all this next story. But JD made a great prank call to where we work. Me, him, and our other buddy worked at a driving range. We would go and like pick up the golf balls, and he called there one day. I'm not gonna get into it, but it's absolutely hilarious. So
Have you?
before we get to the next one, this one goes left to right.
Oh shit.
So, real quick before I make my first choices, have you ever called in sick to a place that you did not work?
Yep, sure did. But
I never did that.
Oh, that's a fun one too.
I did. Yep.
Jeez.
This is tough.
Well, number one, I'm not spending $4 on grilled cheese. Sorry, that's just not happening. Give me the Smash Jack. That looks pretty good. Give me the onion rings. Give me the lemonade. And give me the, I don't know. $1 for a milkshake is scary. Makes me wonder if they used outdated milk on it or something. Give me the lava cake.
The lava cake?
Yeah.
Yeah, lava cakes are good as fuck. Like the molten cake y'all were hating on earlier.
Yep.
JT.
I'm gonna go Smash Jack too. I love Smash Burgers, and I don't know where they were my whole life, but they're freaking phenomenal. I'll get one of them. I'm not big on curly fries or onion rings, and stuffed jalapenos I like, but not with a burger like that. I'll go French fries. I'm gonna go Smash Jack, French fries. What the hell's boba tea? Is that them little ball things in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The tapioca balls, I think they're called.
Okay, I'll just go with a diet soda, and then I'll go for Andrew. I'm gonna go with my greatest thing in the world, cheesecake. Cheesecake is awesome.
It's pretty awful. I agree. Mary.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Smash Jack because if I'm not mistaken, that looks like the one they put like the garlic butter in it.
That looks amazing, man.
Maybe, but I love their curly fries, but I've always loved their stuffed jalapenos a little more. Now, for the you'll never see me drink boba tea. Like I'll tell them, I'll order a boba tea and I'll tell them to hold the boba. Because it's like little black eyeballs you're sucking up through that straw. It's freaking this Andrew, this is my yogurt, okay? So you know.
Get it.
So if I'm gonna pick a drink, I'm probably gonna go with the lemonade. And for the dessert, I've always been a fan of Jack in the Box cheesecake.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's pretty crazy talk. All right. I'm going with the Jumbo Jack. I like the classic lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, pickles. I mean, that's just what I like. So I'm going to go with the Jumbo Jack. Second row, I'm going with onion rings. Man, onion rings are the best thing on this row. Onion rings are delicious. The third row, I'm going with lemonade as well. I like a good lemonade, a good pink lemonade, a good raspberry lemonade. Lemonade's good, y'all. I love it. And on the last one, man, I'm stuck between lava cake and milkshake. Just depends on what mood I'm in. Like, I'm probably going to go with the milkshake most of the time because I like ice cream so much, but the lava cake is a close second for me.
You're going to get the shits from drinking a $1 milkshake made with outdated milk.
But this is a fantasy. I'm going to assume it's a good milkshake.
Yeah.
So, really, though, you going to eat some $3 stuffed jalapenos?
No.
They
Those
charge
things are
more
like
for 'em.
$15 right now.
Yeah, I like jalapenos, man.
I do too. Chris,
I'm not paying $4 for a junior cheeseburger, and I'm not paying $4 for a grilled cheese. However, you make that grilled cheese with some Texas toast or some sourdough bread. Oh, hell yes. I'm dumping that cheeseburger. Ain't never been a cheeseburger. Plain old cheeseburger, one patty, one cheese, that's worth $4 in my opinion.
have you ever had a grilled cheese with pimento cheese on it?
Ooh,
Ah, yes.
That sounds
so
good.
good.
it's
God,
so
it's
good.
so good.
It's so good.
I never had that.
So good, bro.
You're missing out.
You're missing out.
That they don't have that in the East.
You can make your own.
you gotta make your own.
Yeah, make your own.
Do you cook the pimento like you do? You put it on there and actually cook it like a grilled cheese, like
Yeah. So you put it on there like a grilled cheese, and you let the cheese melt. You let the pimento cheese heat up, then you put it together. Yeah.
Hon, I want a pimento grilled cheese. Go make me one. Girl. Yeah. We don't have pimento. Okay. Not pimento.
All right. It's so good. But Chris,
So
continue.
I don't like jalapenos,
That's crazy.
and you've heard me bitch about French fries so many times. This one's hard to choose. But guess what? I'm dumping the French fries. You can't get a good French fry hardly anywhere in the world unless you special make them by yourself, and then they only stay hot for a short period of time. Nine times out of 10, you go through a fast food place, you getting cold ass fries, not enough salt. Throw that shit away. Give me the stuffed jalapenos, and I'll give them to my better half over here sitting in the passenger seat because she loves those things. I'm not drinking boba tea. I'm not sure I want to be drinking eyeballs. Thanks for giving me that visual, Terry. Fuck.
I didn't say eyeballs. I said black eyeballs. I was very
That was,
specific.
okay. Same thing. Screw you. That's
they
your
look
fault
like,
for giving me that image.
I mean, like I said, the tea by itself tastes great.
Emily said looks like fish eggs.
Fish eggs. Oh, God. Even worse.
Caviar.
And you know what?
Some jumbo ass caviar.
Caviar is good, bro, but continue on.
Not in tea.
And you know what? I might be a fan of cinnamon. That might be my all-time favorite of everything. But I'm eating the milkshake, the cheesecake, the lava cake, all before I'm eating Cheerios.
Not the cereal.
Churros.
Oh,
Get the elbow out of your ear.
you said Cheerios.
Hey, I'd like Cheerios too. JT.
I think I'm gonna agree with Chris. I'm gonna get rid of the cheeseburger. Especially after eating them smash burgers, I'll be fine without getting rid of that. I'm gonna get rid of the curly fries. I don't know what it is about curly fries. I'm not real big on them, man. I don't think I don't go to Arby's very often to begin with. And when I do, I never really had good luck with the curly fries. I'm gonna get rid of the boba tea. It just doesn't sound right. It sounds like I'm drinking a Star Wars character. Um, and then I'm gonna get rid of the Oh, that's a tough one. I don't like chocolate, but I'm gonna get rid of the mini Cheerios too.
This JG said I don't like chocolate. What the fuck?
I don't. I'm not a big chocolate guy, man. I'm not.
That's crazy talk for real. What you mean you don't like chocolate?
I mean, I'll eat a Snickers bar or something like that, but I won't go out of my way for like chocolate cake or chocolate. I'm not one of them guys. My wife loves chocolate.
That's because it's delicious. That's just my opinion, man. Chocolate's the finest stuff on earth. Terry.
Yeah, I'm gonna get. If we're going off the pictures alone, I'm gonna get rid of the junior cheeseburger because that looks like it might be like their sourdough bread that they put the grilled cheese on, which
Yeah.
I think takes it to a slightly better level than a junior cheeseburger.
Sourdough's great.
I've said it before. I've said it many times on other shows. Fries is just not me. I mean, I'll eat them as a little side thing sometimes because it comes with the meal. But I give my fries away, either my son or my wife. Sometimes I just don't. I'll just eat the burger or whatever and give them everything else. I think I made it pretty clear that the stomach lining with black fish eyeballs is gonna go in a cup.
Boba Fett.
This was a tough one because I'm trying to decide between mini churros. I almost screwed up on that one. And a milkshake, because if I'm gonna do a milkshake with my food, I would like replace every drink in that row with the milkshake. So instead of having soda, I'm gonna have a milkshake with my burger, and that would be my drink. But I don't know if I've had their mini churros. But all right, so I don't hold anybody up. I'll go ahead and get rid of the mini churros.
Wow. All right. For me, that junior cheeseburger, I'm just not a fan. The other three are probably better, so I'm getting rid of that. I'm getting rid of curly fries, man. Curly fries are nasty as fuck, man. Like, I hate them. Like, I've never had a good curly fry. Stuffed jalapenos, I like when they stuff it with cheddar cheese, but sometimes they put cream cheese in it, and I just can't. The third row, I'm getting rid of the boba tea as well. Fourth row, I'm getting rid of cheesecake.
Crazy talk.
That's just, I mean, milkshake, lava cake, and churros. I mean, cheesecake doesn't even belong in the same conversation with these three fine desserts. So
Crazy.
that's not crazy. We got one more FAFO.
Oh!
Oh my gosh. Dude, that's crazy.
Like, what are the chances?
Right? And you know that didn't feel good either.
Oh, heck
No,
no.
that's a full bottle of soda coming at you at 120 miles an hour. I'm surprised it didn't knock him out.
Right?
I'm surprised he stayed on the car or
Me
whatever.
too.
That hit him hard, too. You can hear it. Bump.
Dude, play that again real quick.
Gotcha.
Oh!
Dude, that's crazy. Did he throw a Mentos in there?
I don't know. Maybe.
I think that's one of those situations that if no matter what angle he throws it at, because if it's FAFO, that bottle's always going to come back and get him.
Yeah.
Like to throw Mentos into me.
Oh, that was just crazy. I mean, you're right. I don't know how he didn't get hit he got hit in the backside, right? He turned around. He didn't get hit in the head.
I don't know if he got
hit
turned
in the
around
front.
quick
He
enough.
turned
I
around.
think it hit him on the side
Oh,
of the head.
really hit him in the head?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I thought hit him in the ass.
No.
How did he not fall?
Let me I got some videos up here. I don't remember putting them up. Let me play them real quick.
Let's see about this. This is very kind of you. You having fun? I'm having fun. And trust me, for you, this is as good as it gets.
Red Dead is a crazy game.
I need to buy that one actually.
I'm telling you, like I ride around, there's an antagonize button on here, and he'll just like ride by somebody and say a lot of mean shit. I mean, real mean shit, and I just die laughing. Like he pulls a knife out, walks up to people, and goes, "You want this?" And they just say, "What?" It's real sharp. Like that shit's hilarious. I don't know what this other video is. Let's play it real quick, then we'll move on. I remember now. Did I show y'all this one? It's obviously AI, but it would be crazy.
Ah! Get it off! Get it off me! Hey! Hey! Let go! Let go! Hold still. I'm pushing. Hold still. Ah! Go!
Oh my god, my hand!
It's gone. It's gone. Window up. Hold it close, okay? Let me get the kit.
So
No, just keep
bad.
pressure. You're okay.
Oh my god.
Could you imagine? You're on an African safari, and you look over, and your better half has stuck her hand out the window at a hyena, and it now has control of her hand. What do you do?
I run. I get the hell out of the car. I'm like, later, bitch. I'm out. I'm out of here. I'm like Dave Chappelle. I'm out.
It's, sound like the guy was making it worse. She's like, push, but you're gonna put more of your arm in his mouth.
Yeah, that's right.
Dude, that's amazing. He didn't rip that thing. I ripped the hand, man. Them things are used to. They're known to be nasty, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that was AI 100%.
Especially no blood
Yeah.
loss.
So
Right.
we went to Crocodile Adventure. Is that what it's called? Alligator Adventure. Alligator Adventure in Myrtle Beach when we go, and they have hyenas there. Those things are fucking huge.
Yeah.
They have an albino alligator that's 20 something feet, and the highlight of it for the whole trip for me was the hyenas. Like they were just so cool, like little, they weren't little, big ass cool dogs. But they had it 3 fenced in, big ass fence, medium fence, and small fence, and then all their room. They were taking no chances. Vicious animals.
So
Like you said, those things
So-
are huge. I mean, they look small, like you see in the National Geographic channels. That just proves to you how much bigger the wildcats are that they
Yeah.
got to deal with.
So-
Because those damn things hyenas are freaking taller than the Great Dane by a long shot.
Yeah,
So
they're big.
Andrew brings up the alligator stuff, right? So I have to ask a question. And I need an honest answer from all three of you. You go to, like, federal land management places and stuff like that, like in South Carolina and Florida, some places in Georgia, and they put up signs that say, do not molest the gators. Why in the hell are they putting up signs that say, do not molest the gators?
I've lived in South Carolina most of my life. I've never seen that sign.
My
But
what?
I have seen it on the internet around other places.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I
can I be honest with you before we move on? If aliens were to land tomorrow, some men out there would be wondering if they could have sex with me. That is a fact.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, man.
Because they watch that 70s Star Trek.
I love ET.
It's funny that you say that because I actually saw a video on TikTok this week where a woman said her regret in life would be not being able to have sex with an alien because that's something you just can't control.
It's something you can't control.
Right.
Well,
Because you're never going to see an alien.
Let's see.
yeah, what?
Oh, I thought you talked about like she wants to be put in bondage. She's
Yeah,
out of
look.
control.
It's like,
Emily brings up a good point. if she wants to have sex with an alien so bad, what else is she out there having sex with?
This is true.
Yeah, definitely.
This is a deranged individual.
Very
but
much so.
I mean, I will tell you what, man. Like, I hope she don't have any kids.
Where's Chris? Is Chris over here? Over here?
There.
There.
Yeah.
This goes back to the "Do not molest the gator" sign that are being posted because women want to have sex with aliens.
It's
There's
just
my
that
answer.
one woman.
Yeah.
All right. We'll go through this real quick, and then we'll get to the picks because, man, we're running out of time. We don't need to analyze this too deep. Just real quick, what's right, what's wrong, Chris?
Tennessee had their bye week at the perfect time. I really think that's going to help them regroup for the final stretch run. They get right this week against New Mexico State, who no longer has Jerry Kill, Tim Beck, M.K. Young, Diego Pavia, Eli Stowers. I mean, they're off somewhere else winning games. So that was a great time for Tennessee to have their bye week and to have a team like that coming in. I'm hearing a lot of chatter out of Arkansas. The bye week's not going to help. However, that's a team that they do have a little bit of talent and they can score some points. And if the chatter that's being spread around with Arkansas media types is real, college football world is in for a major shock. Let's just put it that way. Auburn, yes, they almost won that game. And credit to them for what they did. DJ Durkin, a defensive-minded coach, has always been a defensive coordinator, takes over that team. Hugh Freeze is out. The first choice he makes is to have one person calling the offensive plays instead of three, one on every down. And it worked. And they remembered that they have 3 of the top 10 wide receivers in the country. It worked. Credit to Auburn for that. I'm not so sure that's concerning for Vanderbilt because they had no idea what to expect in that game. They were able to pull it out. They put up 35 in the second half against one of the better defenses in the SEC. And they're on a bye week now. Perfect timing for that. They've had their hardest stretch. Gets a little bit easier with Kentucky coming in, and then a road trip to Knoxville. Florida, oh my God, what a mess. Their injury report is out again this week, and they've got 9 players out and a total of 17 on the either questionable or doubtful. That's not good. That team has quit. Texas, they made a change in their offense. They've gone to a more rapid passing game where it's short throws across the middle, let your athletes make the plays instead of relying on Arch to make the plays and find open receivers. He's not standing back there getting sacked every other play like he was early in the season. And I actually think Oklahoma, I don't know that Alabama has played a defense as good as Oklahoma. And Alabama has showed some chinks in the armor the last 2 weeks. I would not be surprised. Keep an eye on Oklahoma this week.
Well, JT, quick analysis. What do you think?
I talked about this earlier in the night. I think A&M is one of them teams that are just under the radar, man. Like I wouldn't want to play them. Them and Texas Tech are the 2 Texas teams that I would not want to be matched up against them. The Texas Georgia game is going to prove a lot. I don't know if Texas is back. I like their defense. I like Anthony Hill a lot, the linebacker. I want to see if Georgia part of me thinks Georgia's going to roll them, like pretty much crush them. Andrew, I could say this now because you're on the air, but you were one of the guys in my top 25 poll. You picked Alabama number 2, and I'll tell you what. I get it. I do get it. I think I know, Chris. You said they have shown some kinks in the armor, but they're winning. They're winning close games. I mean, so is Vanderbilt went 48-45. Alabama went 20-9. There. What's the kink in the armor, man? LSU has a pretty good defense. I mean, Alabama's winning when they have to win. They're playing pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll blow out Oklahoma. I really do. I think
Me too.
I think that Mateer is sort of back, but I don't think their offense is going to do much against Alabama. I think Bama could be the second best team in the country. Right now, they're 4th in the Sports Bible top 25. They're tied with A&M for 3 at 90 votes. I like what Vanderbilt's done though, man. I named Page his second time this week as my HVAC impact HVAC player of the week. I thought what he did last week's phenomenal, man. Almost 500 total yards he had. I think the guy is right there. I'm a Pavia Heisman guy. I think Pavia should win the Heisman, even though his overall numbers might not be the best in the country. But I don't go by numbers with the Heisman. I think Pavia is my. If I had a vote, if I was a voter, Pavia gets my vote. I wish Prabula would have been healthy last week. I think Missouri would have gave a better game. But I think Missouri's pretty much dead in the water now with the freshman quarterback. Other than that, I like it. I mean, I feel bad for your South Carolina team, man. Every once in a while, they play some. I mean, I still think a couple of the best passes I saw all year was by Lenora Sellers. I'm being dead serious when I say that. Rolling to his left where he's a righty, he's throwing against his body, and he hit guys on the sideline 30 yards down the field. The guy's a talent. No, there's no doubt about it. But the conference is great from top to bottom. There's no. Me and Schneider talked about it last night with Sports Bible. You can't compare to SEC even to the Big Ten. The SEC's from top to bottom, man. Mm-hmm. And Auburn's the best 4-6 team in the country. I mean, they're good. They've come so close in so many games. They're in games. I mean, that tells you how good this conference is. So, I love it. I love the SEC. I love these games this week. It's going to show a lot. But I'm looking at Georgia and Alabama to make their mark this week.
All right, Terry.
I'd say this is a pretty accurate list. The only one I might say I slightly disagree with is Mississippi being as scrappy. I don't think they're as scrappy as people are probably giving them credit for. I think they're going to be. I don't know. I don't have too much to say, but I think everything listed on there is pretty accurate, with the exception of that.
They must be Tennessee, man. That was a shocker to me. And remember, I picked them in the offseason. These guys go. I remember everything I did on your shows where these guys like ripped on me a little bit. And I picked Mississippi State when we did the Tennessee schedule. And these guys were like, oh my God, JT, come on. And not that I knew that was going to happen, but they almost pulled that upset. I think scrappy might be a good word for them. I don't think they're ever going to win a lot of games, but I agree with some of this stuff, man. It's a good little list, man. It's pretty neat how you did that.
I mean, Mississippi State's had a brutal schedule, and they're 5-5. That's fucking scrappy. And they had 3 games that could have flopped the other way. I mean, Mississippi State has no quit in them, I guess is what I was trying to say.
That Florida game that they lost by 2. They were driving for the go-ahead touchdown late in the game and had an interception in the red zone.
Yeah.
I mean, so many games could have gone the other way.
Could have. So, our picks are up here. I usually do it without the graphics, but here we are. Kentucky and Tennessee Tech. Nobody here but Chris is picking Tennessee Tech to win this game, I imagine. Kentucky's a 17-point favorite at home, and rightfully so. Chris, tell us why Tennessee Tech's going to beat mighty Kentucky.
So, I'm not a believer in Kentucky. I don't think they're very good. Yes, they handled Florida with ease, but this is a Florida team that has quit and had 16 players on their injury list last week. That wasn't a good Florida team. That win means nothing to me. Let me tell you, Tennessee Tech, they're ranked number 5 in the FCS. They're averaging 54 points a game. They're giving up 15 points a game. For Kentucky to be favored by more than what Tennessee Tech gives up defensively, I think that's a slap in the face, and I think these boys from Cookeville roll into Lexington with a chip on their shoulder and fighting for a matter of respect, and I think they get the job done.
Alrighty, allow me to retort. Competition matters. It always will. They're putting up 50 points a game on a bunch of nobodies. Kentucky is not a bunch of nobodies. They've had a rough year, but they're still very talented. A lot of 3 and 4 stars on that team. And I know, like, you didn't really agree with this, but Kentucky would be favored over North Dakota State. Cut and dry, the best team in FCS. Kentucky wins this game by 17 easily, in my opinion.
Interesting. I just don't agree. I just don't see it happening. What do you think, JT?
I'm going with Kentucky, man. They're Division I players, man. I mean, Division I players against a weaker brand of football is always going to be my favorite to win, especially at home. That's just the way I've always been. Pitt plays a team that's not in Division I. You're geeked to win that game. You don't want to lose that game, especially late in the year. Early in the year, I might give Texas. I might give the upset because first week, second week, teams are just getting their feet under them. I can see the upset there, but this late in the year, if Kentucky lets down against an FCS school, that's my reasoning, really. I mean, Division I athletes are just a different breed, man, than FCS. And week 1, I'd give you a better tilt. Let's put it that way. I've seen Michigan lose to Appalachian State early in the year, but you don't see stuff like this happen late in the year usually.
Kentucky needs this game, so like they need to win 2 out of the last 3 to go bowling, and they're probably not going to beat Vanderbilt and Louisville on the road back to back. Probably not happening for them, right? So
maybe Louisville.
They could split one of those, Terry, you going with Kentucky?
Yeah, I think I had him on my pick.
All right.
I expect a murder on that one.
Yep. Alabama or Oklahoma. Chris just gave his reasons a minute ago. They ain't seen a defense like that. I don't see it that way. I think Alabama's seen quite a few really good defense. South Carolina, number 7 in the nation, while being on the field 13 minutes more a game than their offense is truly impressive. I think Alabama makes quick work of Oklahoma. I think you're going to see another like 20-9 type game like you did with LSU.
Interesting.
You said earlier Alabama is known for holding on to the ball, correct? Like this year, like as far as time of possession?
Yes, they have gone from a fast-paced, throw it all over the field type offense to more of a slow it down, run the play clock down to 2 or 3 seconds, milking the clock for all it's worth.
And I think that's what's going to happen here. Like, yeah, they haven't faced – I mean, I picked Alabama to win, but I think with them controlling the ball, as you mentioned, instead of going from fast pace, they're going to go to clock management, score, and kind of like suffocate. You're going to see Oklahoma's defense, I feel, get tired from the amount of time possession that Alabama's going to have the ball.
All right. Okay. We've already all done Pitt Notre Dame, right?
I think Notre Dame's going to win. I mean, I never really said I think Notre Dame wins that.
I still want to see that upset, though.
I do. I would love to see. I mean, out of the 3 games, I wish. That's why I wish it was the third one. That's the game I want to see Pitt play hard and win. I don't want to see Pitt get guys hurt this week. If guys get hurt, they're screwed. They got Desmond Reed's got to be healthy in them ACC games. He gets
See,
hurt against Notre Dame. That does Pitt no good at all.
No,
See, my concern for Pitt in this game is, yes, Hensel's been very good since he took over, but he hasn't played a defense that's ranked in the top 40 in pass defense.
No, this is gonna be a tough
I
one
think
for
that
him.
matters.
well,
It's supposed to rain. Which should make Notre Dame even a bigger favorite because Jeremiah Love could have his way, man.
Yeah.
before we move on to the next game, at the end of the day, this game really means nothing for Pitt, win, lose, or draw.
Yep.
No,
It's
it's not.
the two after that. So
Yep.
I'm picking Notre Dame to win this game.
That's why I wish the order of the games were different. If Notre Dame was a third of the 3 games, I'd feel like Pitt's chance at the playoffs was a lot better, honestly. It's a weird thing to say, but I think if they play Georgia Tech this week, Miami next week, then Notre Dame, I feel a lot better. I do, because Pitt's rolling right now. I think I told you that, Andrew, that I think Pitt's getting Georgia Tech at the right time. Like, I think
Yeah.
Georgia Tech they're on a downward spiral. That's why I would love to play them this week, not next week.
All right. I wasn't going to play Notre Dame. Iowa at Southern Cal. Chris.
Being a person who follows Iowa pretty closely, you have to know their history. They do not play good football when they travel to Los Angeles. You can look at every time they've gone to the Rose Bowl, they've laid an egg. They went out to Los Angeles last year to play a very bad UCLA team and laid an egg and got their butts beat. I just don't see any way Iowa goes out there and plays a good football game and can pull out a win against USC. So that's my reason for not picking Iowa. They just don't play good in Los Angeles.
JT.
I'm a big believer in Iowa at home, but they're playing on the road, so I agree. I think USC is going to be too much for their offense. I think they score more points than Iowa can. Iowa shocked me down the stretch. I can't remember the quarterback's name offhand. What's Iowa's quarterback's name, Chris?
Gronkowski.
Gronkowski.
His last 2 drives in that Oregon game, he was unbelievable. Like, the kid was hitting all his passes, and I'm like, oh my gosh, where was this at? But I agree, on the road, USC. I'm a big believer in the Big Ten games when you got to go across the country. I'm the same way in the ACC. I was shocked that Cal was able to come across the country and beat Louisville last week. I think it's a harder game than people think when you're traveling that far. So I'm giving USC probably a 10-point win here.
Terry.
And hold on, there's a little surprise. I did a quick little artwork, kind of the Hawkeye logo.
Oh wow!
Oh, look
pretty
at
good.
that.
This was all right now while you guys were talking.
That looks like a pelvis.
It probably is a shattered one, and I hope they shatter USC's dreams. Go Hawkeyes!
I got you. For me, Southern Cal is just going to outscore them. That seems to be Iowa's trim when they play good teams.
Is there a cat meowing?
Yes, she's in heat and
Okay.
has been for 4 days, and
Oh
it's
my God,
absolutely
okay.
mind-boggling.
I had to mute you guys because I'm like, is someone outside my freaking bedroom window here with the remote control?
All right. So, save the best game for last. Texas at Georgia.
Oh, that's a good one.
Real quick analysis. What we got, Chris?
This is not Georgia from 2 or 3 years ago, when they had Stetson Bennett, when they had all those athletes on the offensive side of the ball, when they had all those big offensive and defensive linemen. This team ain't that. There's a couple games that they've played that could have gone the other way. They found a way to win. Give them credit for that. But this Texas team, what I've seen out of them the last 2 weeks, like I said, they've changed their offense. They're no longer holding the ball and trying to find the open receiver. They're just sending their wide receivers, who are their playmakers, on hot routes across the middle. I think since Texas has done that, they've found themselves offensively. I think it's made them a whole lot better football team than what they were earlier in the year. I think that's a problem for Georgia.
All right. JT.
I think we talked about this a little bit earlier. I think this is the game where Georgia just is gonna roll. I can't believe in Texas' offense. I'm not a Manning fan. I mean, at the beginning of the year, I was drinking the Kool-Aid, man. I thought he was gonna be a top 3 Heisman candidate, but he's not even on the long list right now of even being mentioned. I think Georgia at Georgia they're gonna have an easy time with them. I think it's gonna be like I'm gonna say 27-17 kind of game. I think Georgia's gonna beat them. I like Texas's defense. I mentioned before, Anthony Hill's one of my favorite linebackers coming out in the draft, or maybe coming out in the draft. Who knows? You can't say a guy's coming out anymore because they're getting $4 million in college. So you don't know if a guy's ever coming out or not anymore. But he's a great linebacker. I like their safety Taft, but I think that oh, it went away.
All right, Terry.
But I do.
Yeah, I actually picked. Actually, I don't remember who I picked, but I'm gonna go with Texas on the ups. Is it in Athens?
Yeah, it's in Georgia.
Okay, so I'm thinking that Texas is gonna avenge last year's loss.
You picked Texas on your graphic, yes.
Okay, yeah. So I'm picking Texas in this one for a big upset in Athens and piss off a lot of people.
All righty. Allow me to retort. Texas ain't Alabama. And by the way, Arch Manning is statistically the 3rd best quarterback in all of NCAA football. Did y'all know that? Quietly going along, playing this game after everybody wrote him off. Now he's number 3. That's insanity. But that's neither here nor there. This is Georgia. Like Chris says, this ain't the Georgia 2-3 years ago, but it is. This is a Georgia team that may win it all. Georgia's better than Texas. Alabama was able to come in Georgia and get a win earlier in the year, but Texas ain't Alabama. I mean, like, as much as I like Texas, they're not. They're not Alabama, and they're not going to win this game. Give me Georgia big. I'm thinking about 38-10. So we're going to go to our final subject.
You Lord, oh Lord, you Lord, for Sunday. You Lord, oh Lord, you Lord, for Sunday. You Lord, oh Lord.
Alrighty. Chris, final thoughts.
So, final thought for me.
45 people watching.
I'm absolutely enjoying this stuff. Andrew, I want to tell you personally, thank you for inviting me to be part of Villians The Podcast roughly 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I greatly appreciate it. My involvement in doing podcasts, when I first started getting into doing stuff like this, was during COVID. I was doing online post-game press conferences for Vanderbilt baseball. I can absolutely see the difference in the growth, how comfortable I feel being on camera, hearing my voice. That said, I'm on the Golden Broom Podcast. You can find me on Tuesday nights at 8:30 p.m. Central Time there. I also started a new high school podcast covering high school football in the state of Tennessee. It's called Spot the Ball Podcast on Sunday nights at 6:30. I've helped out with college football backers. They started doing a college football playoff predictor. I was on there for the first time this week. On Tuesday nights, I'm also doing SEC season, where me and another crew of guys that invited me to be part of their show are ranking the top 10 teams in the SEC draft style. It's absolutely fun. It's incredible. My life in the podcast world is evolving and ever changing, but I feel more confident now than I've ever felt. stay tuned because there may be another program in the works. Again, this is something Andrew brought to my plate about a year ago. I've considered it. I've thought about it. I've battled myself over it. I think it's time. Stay tuned. More details to come, but be looking for the Vanderbilt Hour coming soon to the Villains Media Network.
Well, I still have the video I made.
Yep.
And the graphics, so that's cool. I'm excited. It's fun when your team's playing good, isn't it?
So much fun.
So much fun. Terry, your team is not playing great, but
yeah, playing good's overrated.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I got 35 years with you, Terry.
Yeah. Well, as you read my name over here, it says Terry Walker is finally working again. So I got the call today around 9:30 to report to work. So we can start getting things back to normal. Because wouldn't you know, a couple days ago on Veterans Day, I'm like, cool, my parents came down. I'm going to take my dad and my son to the school because they do a little walk the hall for the veterans and everything. So I was going to walk it with my dad because it was going to be my son's last year at the elementary school because next year he's going to middle school. Crazy. Then waking up, I saw missed calls from my boss. I'm like, oh, crap, what the hell? It's like, I know he's not calling me this early to report to work. So some drunk driver hit our perimeter fence. So unfortunately, I had to miss that time at the school with my dad and my son. I mean, luckily they still went. But 2 days later, today, got the call, say report to work. We're supposed to get all our back pay, vacation time, everything we're putting towards retirement. So I'm excited to be back to work. It was a long 6 weeks, probably almost 7 if this whole week would have gone. And as far as this show goes, yeah, it's a blast. Like, I start out just with the comments when it was Chris and Cody, and that's how I came onto this whole thing. And then I started seeing all the other options and seeing live, and then I just happened to stumble across Andrew and James. I'm like, God, these guys are fucking loud, but both great guys. But yeah, it's just great to get out here, talk sports, shoot the shit, and just clear your mind from the day of any bad juju. So thank you guys.
No, we appreciate you being here. I like the way Villains is building. I like the way the podcast is going. I like to sprinkle in a little sports with a bunch of other entertainment and food venues. Something that I really love to cook. I love food. So, JT, final thoughts.
This is a little sensitive. I don't want to upset anybody, but I'm just saying I have 2 daughters. I have a granddaughter. There's a chance that there's a something might get released here there could be 30, 50, 70 men on this. I'm not going to name names, but man, we have a chance to put people away that have affected young ladies' lives, and we're acting political about it. Where it's not political, man. It's people's lives that we have a chance to at least give them some kind of closure. And as a country right now, I'm really hurt the way we're doing stuff, and I'm hoping everything gets done the right way, and these people get put away. I don't care if I find out 3 of my uncles are on this list. They should be put away, man. This is like, I'm just amazed that as a country, as a justice system, this is what we're doing. I'll fight for this till the end, because I know if I had a daughter that was involved in this, I would be on the fence, and you can't say, well, it didn't affect me, so I don't care, because you can't be like that. So I hope they do things right. But on a positive note, honestly, with you guys, these last couple months, I think it's been about 9 months now, Andrew, 8 months. I think I've known you. I'm in any year yet. I know that, but it's about 8 months. I think 6 months. I can't remember, but
it's been a while.
Yeah, you guys. I mean, honestly, I look forward to this. I mean, I do I have 2 shows on Wednesday nights. I produce one of them, which is the greatest. I can sit back and drink beer, and I'm not even on this screen. I throw funny clips up or something when the guys are talking about fantasy football. I'm not a real big fantasy football guy, but You brought me and showed me what podcasting's about, having a little humor, having some fun. And Andrew, you are the goat when it comes to this, and I really feel strongly about with what Villains is doing and what can happen. And by the way, Sports Bible is www.sportsbible.com, and I have announced that I am going to be doing a draft party in Pittsburgh. The draft is in Pittsburgh, but nobody wants to stand around 770,000 yinzers that smell like sauerkraut and sausage and stuff. So come to it's a 75-person private party. You guys are invited to come for free. I know it's Pittsburgh, but if you guys can make it into town, there's a spot for you. You can come up on stage with me, talk about the draft picks. We're gonna talk about the whole first round, each draft pick, and I'm excited. I'm excited about where I'm going. I'm excited where we're going, and as I always said, you're stronger as a team than you are by yourself. And the more team members I get, the better I feel about myself too. So thank you guys.
So real quick on the draft, Mr. JT, what do you got to Titans doing with the number 1 overall pick for the second year in a row?
You know what? I got to dig in a little bit more than what I have, but I'll tell you what, they can go a lot of different ways. I don't think Cam Ward's a total bust by no means. So I think that they'll and the thing that's weird about this draft is the quarterbacks aren't as strong as everybody thought. This was going to be like the year of the first 7 guys are going to be quarterbacks in this draft. Everybody thought it was going to be like the greatest quarterback class ever, but it's not going to turn out that way. I don't think so. They can go a lot of different ways, man.
Trade him.
Yeah, I mean that might be the year to trade. To a team that wants a quarterback. You get that team that wants a. Is Sellers coming out, Andrew?
He's projected a top 10 pick. There's a lot of rumors that he wants to come out.
If he comes out, he could be the first overall pick. Like a team could call him the first overall pick. And if I'm Tennessee, I'm grabbing a boatload of stuff for that, man. I'll move my number 1, but I mean, Tennessee's got some sneaky talent in certain places, man.
Eric Manor in the special teams and at wide receivers, I think that's something you can build on.
I agree. I mean, go out and get a Caden Proctor or something. I mean, I wouldn't hold that pick though. I don't think there's anybody. I think it'd be one of them drafts this year where it's not, it's not like a guy that number 1's a guaranteed number 1 pick. So if I was them, I would get like an 8, a 12. I would load up.
For me, I think you'd be a fool to pass on Jeremiah Love. He's the real deal.
A running back that early though is rough though, man.
I don't even care at this point. Like you need a running game to win. I
agree.
This guy's better than Ashton Genty. I don't care what you say. I'm watching him out there, and this guy's making miracles every week. I'm taking him. I mean, like as a Falcon, we have Bijan, so we have no need for him. But if you're the Titans and you're serious about wanting to put points up on the board, control the clock. That's just what I think. Anyway,
That's what I'm looking forward to at the Pitt game this week is watching Jeremiah Love. That's my main thing. I want to see Jeremiah Love against the Pitt defense. I think that's my whole idea of wanting to go and I'll spend 5-6 hours at the game because I want to see Love. I want to see on a rainy field, Pitt's got an above average defense. I want to see how he performs.
Yep, for sure. It's going to be fun. I'm working 7 to 5, so I'll get home in time to watch some of the games. South Carolina will be taking their beat down early, so I should be able to get home and enjoy other games and not have to worry about it.
Pitt's at noon. You'll miss that one.
I'm like Andrew there. Go ahead and take Love at number 1. You immediately help your offensive line because now you have a running threat where they can't just sit back and come at the quarterback all day because they have to sit back and protect the run lanes. You get that man some help. You help your offensive line in the same way. You got to get the running game going.
I think you could drop down. I think you could find a team picking 7 or 8 and drop down to 7 or 8. Still get your running back and get like 2 or 3 extra picks. So that's what I'm saying. If you're looking at the overall, I don't think Love goes beyond in the top 10. That's just the way it is nowadays. I agree with you. I think he's a great running back. I would. But running backs just don't go that high anymore. I mean, it's not to say it's a bad thing. But where did Bijan go? He went 7 or 8, right? I think he went 7 or 8 to Atlanta. So I think he was the highest running back that's went in the last. I mean, besides Barkley, I think Barkley was the last one before that.
Yeah.
So,
All right. So,
but I agree with what you guys are saying. I love Jeremiah. In fact, Jeremiah loves my secret guy to get in the Heisman votes. I think he's a guy who should get some Heisman votes.
he should be getting some love. Before I do my final thoughts, go ahead, Terry.
I forgot to say this earlier. So I've been messaging you guys about the stats of my buddy's kid, the one I work with for the high school team and everything. So as of the past week, he hasn't been offered anything yet, but he's had 4 schools reach out to him to say, like, kind of like let him know, hey, we've been watching your footage and everything, and see where it goes from there. So far he has Texas State, that being the smaller school. Next one is Rutgers, Baylor, and Texas Tech.
That's some major players.
That's real big players, man. Shit.
I have an update for you, Andrew.
What's that?
Old Dominion has unleashed B2A on Troy. It's 33-0 Monarchs is the final score. It was absolutely brutal. And in the NFL, your New England Patriots, well on their way to 9-2, currently with a 27-14 lead over the New York Jets with 6 minutes to play.
Well, I was actually watching the Troy game while we were at the restaurant. Old Dominion went up pretty quickly. First possession, Troy made it to about midfield and fumbled, resulting in a touchdown for ODU, and just kind of fell apart at that point. But thank you guys for being on here. I appreciate it. I love this show too. It's become so much fun. I now have all these socials and my TikTok's doing outrageous. Think it'll be monetized soon. I am monetized on X, but no payouts yet. I'm not really sure how that works. I've gained how many we got? 580 new followers on CSV just in the past like 3 weeks. So we're doing some really cool stuff over here. But thank you all. And as always, my thoughts reside with our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Without him, none of us would be here. And just to touch on what you said, JT, no government's going to do anything about anything. But before we go, they will stand in judgment before the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So justice will be done one way or another to these people. God says this world's evil, it's fallen, and that's why we live in sin like that. So they will meet their maker and explain their actions. So I'm not worried about that. That will happen, whether the government does anything or not. They will stand before judgment just like you and I will.
I agree.
So with that being said, as always, Matthew 24:13.